to the very first Blu-ray showcase. So in case if you're not subscribed to the channel, which you should, I'm starting a series where I basically showcase my DVD and Blu-ray and VHS collection, and they're gonna be like branded, you know, depending on like which format it is. So the last video you saw was a DVD showcase on Adventure Time: The Complete First Season. This one is my first Blu-ray showcase, and I thought what better way to start off the Blu-ray series would be the Disney classic Wreck-It Ralph. Now this was not the Blu-ray. This was not the first Blu-ray that I ever owned. In fact, maybe in my next Blu-ray showcase, maybe I'll showcase, you know, what was my first Blu-ray. But this was one of the only Blu-rays, you know, like that I had as a kid. And yeah, I loved Wreck-It Ralph so much, you know, like when I saw it in theaters. I remember when I saw a trailer for the movie on Disney Channel. I think it was from a recording of Gravity Falls, I think. You know, like as I was skipping the commercials, you know, just to watch the remainder of Gravity Falls, for a split second I thought I saw Bowser. So I went back and then I saw the trailer for Wreck-It Ralph, and I saw Bowser in one of the scenes. And just the fact that Bowser was in that movie, it just like made me just want to go see the movie so badly. Especially since it came out around the time that I was really starting to get into like classic arcade games. Because I was a fairly new Pac-Man fan, and so the fact you know that I saw Bowser and Clyde, and oh yeah, and then Pac-Man. I did see Pac-Man later, like when I actually watched the film. He wasn't in the trailers for some reason, but yeah, just the fact that like Bowser and Pac-Man characters were in it, like it just made me want to go see the film, and that's what won me over. But I also have to give the movie credit for getting me introduced to other like arcade games that, you know, that like I never like played before. Particularly two games, Cubert and Tapper. So Wreck-It Ralph was the film that got me introduced to Cubert and Tapper, and of course like later on I found those games at like different arcade places, and I love playing those games, especially Tapper. Tapper's one of my favorites, especially if it's the root beer version. So yeah, so here's what the cover looks like. This one, my copy of Wreck-It Ralph is the one that like, you know, like back when it came out, like it was like the first Blu-ray release, I think. It says collector's edition. So here's some of the characters on the cover. There's Ralph, there's Felix, and Vanellope. There's Bison, Cubert. I don't know who the name of the purple rhino guy is. And then there's Clyde, there's Zangief, Dr. Eggman, Sonic, and Coily. So here's what the side looks like. Then here's the back. Basically, it's like a 2-disc set because it comes with a Blu-ray, you know, that has like the movie and several other bonus features. And then we have like the DVD, which is just the DVD and nothing else. There's a description, some more stock art, some screenshots. And yeah, family-friendly wise, the movie is rated PG. The DVD is somewhere. It's not in this case because, I mean, I take this movie with me on car rides. I took the DVD disc on like car rides a lot when I was a kid, and I still do. So that's kind of why you know the DVD disc is not in its case, but the Blu-ray case, or not the case, but the Blu-ray disc is still on here. It's just got blueprinting, that's all. And since this is a Blu-ray showcase, I'll only be putting the Blu-ray disc inside the player, and we'll just look at the menu and see what it has to offer. So yeah, so here's what the menu for Wreck-It Ralph on Blu-ray looks like. It's a very great menu in my opinion, and you know it has like the Fix It Felix Jr. gameplay. You can see a little bit of the border from the arcade game. I love how I loved how, you know, like when I saw the first trailer, I instantly recognized that the Fix It Felix Jr. cabinet is like a spoof on the Donkey Kong, because like Again, Wreck-It Ralph came out around the same time I was starting to get into like retro arcade games. And Donkey Kong, was one that I was very familiar with, especially, the design of the arcade cabinets. So I definitely do know what they were trying to spoof, even at the time, because I loved Donkey Kong when I was a kid, and I still love Donkey Kong. So yeah, play is basically, like where you like play the movie. And then bonus features, let's take a look at that. When Ralph came out in theaters, this short, they had a short called Paper Man. It had nothing to do with the film or anything. Excuse me, I just burped. But pretty good short. And I'm glad they included it on the Blu-ray. It is also on the DVD though. In fact, I think that's the only bonus feature that's even on the DVD version. There's Bit by Bit, creating the worlds of Wreck-It Ralph. Alternate and deleted scenes. Basically, it just has like a few deleted scenes and optional commentary. And then they have like fake video game commercials for like Wreck-It Ralph, or not Wreck-It Ralph, Fix Felix Jr. and Sugar Rush. Learn how to, it's just probably just like some Disney promo. Info, I'm not sure what info is. I don't think this Blu-ray has like any like audio commentary, which is kind of disappointing. I know the deleted scenes have like commentary, but like sucks that there doesn't seem to be like any sort of like director's commentary, for this movie. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like I just can't find it anywhere. There's scene selection, just key moments in the film that you can click on. The setup. There's languages. There's 2 versions of English. There's French, Spanish. Guess that's it. And then subtitles, same languages and everything. I don't know what Disney Intermission is, but I'm not gonna click on it just to find out. I don't want to make this video too long. And then there's just sneak peeks for previous things. Oh, I guess they're just playing them. Never mind. All right, pros and cons for Wreck-It Ralph on Blu-ray. Pro number 1: Wreck-It Ralph is such an awesome film. I mean, it has like great characters, great story, and even though it does have a lot of like, several cameos from different video game characters, mostly from like the classic arcade, like Sonic. Even though he's more associated with like consoles rather than arcades, there have been a few Sonic arcade games. Q*bert, the Pac-Man characters, Bowser, the Street Fighter characters, and even some of the original characters, like the main focus of the movie, like they're very likable. They feel like video game characters, which I feel like was like really great. There's just a lot of emotion, just a great story, everything. I don't know what went wrong with Ralph Breaks the Internet. I mean, I don't think it's as bad as everyone says it is, but it's just not that great. I mean, I remember when I saw it in theaters, I liked it initially, but then after I watched it multiple times on Disney Plus, I was just disappointed with it. I'd say the beginning and ending is kind of the only thing I liked about Ralph Breaks the Internet, but that was just pretty much it. I almost dropped my camera for a second. But the original Wreck-It Ralph, great movie. It's definitely one of my favorite Disney movies. It's just so strange how people kind of like keep saying, and that like Disney hasn't made a great movie since like Tarzan or Lilo and Stitch or something, and it's just like, have you ever like known the existence of Wreck-It Ralph? Because like honestly, I think Wreck-It Ralph should be considered one of the best. Like movies from the Walt Disney Studio or the Walt Disney Animation Studio, and I mean it's just such a great film in my opinion. And I'm a little biased because like I love video games and classic arcade games, and like just the fact that like Bowser was in this movie, just won me over. So Wreck-It Ralph is a great movie. The video quality looks nice, at least from what I remembered. And it's got some good bonus features, of course. Subtitles and everything. Oh yeah, and the packaging looks really nice. It's just a regular Blu-ray case, but the artwork looks good. Kind of reminds me of like the theatrical poster of Wreck-It Ralph, which is great because I mean I love theatrical posters. Let's see. Oh yeah, and the presentation. The presentation on this Blu-ray is great, especially with like the menu, which is just basically in a track mode for the Fix Felix Jr. game. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for the pros. For the cons, I'd say the only con that I really have with this Blu-ray would probably be the lack of audio commentary for the whole movie. I know there's commentary for like the deleted scenes, but I don't think there's a commentary for the whole movie, which is kind of a disappointment. I'm not sure if any of like the other like releases have a commentary. I'm pretty sure like all the future Blu-ray releases are just like re-releases of this particular set. But yeah, I'd say the only real con is that like there's no commentary on this Blu-ray. And so yeah, so that's pretty much it. Is Wreck-It Ralph a must-get on Blu-ray? And probably. I mean, if you loved watching Wreck-It Ralph, I definitely recommend getting this Blu-ray because it has some good bonus features. It doesn't have a commentary, but everything else is just excellent. So that is it for my first Blu-ray showcase. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video and comment if you want. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure to ring the notification bell so you won't miss out on any of my future videos. I'll see you then.